16 million Americans served in the military during World War II, and it's estimated that fewer than 500,000 of those veterans are still alive. More than 50 of them, though, attended this morning's ceremony in Normandy, marking the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Anthony Mason is there, and he's leading our coverage. He's with our senior foreign correspondent, Mark Phillips. Anthony?
Tony, the history books about D-Day have been written and rewritten over the decades, of course, but for the veterans who came ashore on these beaches, the events of June 6th are not history, but they're life stories. Mark, you've been with some of these vets over the past couple of days, retracing their footsteps on this very special anniversary.
Yes, well, with each major anniversary, the veterans get fewer and fewer, and the trip for them coming here, of course, gets harder and harder, and it is fascinating to hear why people now in their 90s make the effort.
And those are the ones that hit us in the afternoon.
A lot of veterans come back to Normandy to come to terms with their past. For 97-year-old Vern Aller, this visit is about his life now, about sharing his memories with his wife of 10 years, Ruth.
We never had one tank, not one tank, D-Day in our sector.
For every man there, the new
Vern Aller had landed at Omaha Beach, the site of the worst American carnage of the Normandy landings. He came in at H-hour +1, just an hour after the invasion began, when the beach was a killing zone.
We were outgunned.
You were outgunned when you hit the beach.
We were outgunned because we were targets. They had cover, and
you were exposed on the beach.
We were exposed.
Vern Aller was a 22-year-old Texan with a mortar unit, supporting the first waves of infantry. But he's never been the kind of guy to tell war stories.
I put it aside, but I never forgot it. You can't dwell on it. I mean, the guys that dwell on it, I suppose, are basket cases.
over to the left.
But Vern thought it was now or never to share his experiences with Ruth, and so he took her on this tour through the once bloody Normandy battlefield country.
We were all rookies as far as combat was concerned. Another Jeep.
There's a lot of Second World War nostalgia at times like this, but Vern doesn't need any visual clues.
Well, you don't forget it. You can't. I can tell you just stuff that happened 10 minutes after we landed, you know.
And now he's told that stuff to Ruth.
Why is it important that it be passed on?
Because the kids today do not know the sacrifices that were given for their freedom.
That's something, huh? Wow.
Coming back did more than revive memories for Vern Aller. It reminded him why he had come here the first time.
I think they should teach it at school. Not just D-Day, the Iwo Jima and some of those islands. And Hitler and Tojo had to be eliminated.
Still, clarity on the job Vern Aller came to do 75 years ago.
It's still amazing to me, Mark, you know, seeing these veterans share these stories with their families really only now.
Well, he's been married to Ruth for 10 years.
Yeah.
They married obviously quite late in his life, and he hadn't really told her any of this stuff. And the opportunity came up for him to take this tour, and they said, well, you can bring your wives, carers, whatever, along. He asked her if she wanted to go, and she said yes, and here they are.
A lot of that going on here over today. Mark Phillips, thanks. Let's send it back to you all in New York.
All right, Anthony, thank you. Yeah, the past shapes your future.